Hello, explorers of quantum, how everything is made. Today we're unwrapping the secrets behind everyone's favorite chewy delight, gummy candy. Let's dive into the sweet science of its creation. It was in the kitchen of the German confectioner Hans Riegel that the gummy candy was first created. Want to know some interesting facts? He used nothing more than a stove and a copper pot to make candy for more than a year after he started doing it. After some time, he stumbled upon the gummy bear and hit gold. The first step in the process of making candy starts with the preparation of a recipe that will be adhered to in every detail throughout the production process. In order to accomplish this goal, businesses use knowledgeable chemists and food technologists who have years of experience in the necessary fields. During the process of formulating gummy candy, the process involves experimenting with the amounts of the various ingredients in order to influence the flavor, texture, and appearance of the candy. Now you'll be surprised to learn that the secret behind the characteristic texture of gummy candy is none other than gelatin, which is the primary component involved in the production of gummy candy. Due to the fact that gelatin is thermoreversible, the candy is able to dissolve in your mouth. If you ever wondered how this happens, go no further. Gelatin, to put it more simply, grows thinner as it absorbs more heat, which enables it to break down as soon as it's placed in your mouth. In spite of the fact that it's the primary component, gelatin is odorless and tasteless, hence, sweeteners and flavorings are added in order to impart a flavor to the gelatin. Both sucrose and fructose, which are both generated from sugarcane, are utilized in commercial settings. Despite the fact that the latter provides much greater sweetness, corn syrup is added to the candy in order to prevent the sugar from crystallizing. Natural flavors are added to gummy candy in order to facilitate the development of the candy's flavor profile. Gummy candy does not just taste sweet. In order to get these flavors, molasses, maple sugar, fruits, and berries are taken into consideration. Through the process of combining them with aromatic substances, they acquire the aroma that's associated with each flavor. Now let's talk about colors. A variety of natural dyes, including red dye number 40, yellow dye number 5, yellow dye number 6, and blue dye number 1, are utilized in order to impart color to the candies. It's possible for manufacturers of gummies to create the candy in virtually any color they wish by utilizing these regulated dyes. At long last, natural acids are incorporated into the gelatin in order to regulate its pH. Due to the fact that the texture of gelatin is dependent on elements such as temperature, a technique of preparation, and pH, this is an important point to consider. The process of compounding is the first step in the production of gummy candies, which comes after the ingredients have been characterized. Factory workers follow the guidelines that the food technologists have created during this process and add the proper quantity of each component to the mixing tanks. The capacity of these tanks, which are equipped with mixing, heating, and cooling capabilities, is very substantial. After the ingredients have been well combined, they are subjected to a process of continual heating, which enables the gelatin to completely dissolve and the flavors to develop gradually. In order to keep the mixture from burning and to guarantee that it's heated evenly, it's continuously stirred. The candy foundation is transferred to a specialized machine known as a mogul, which employs starch as a molding base after it's been compounded or heated. This process is repeated until the candy base is ready to be used. During the process of creating candy, the mogul machine can be found operating continually and automating a number of different operations. Starch, an essential component, serves a variety of functions, including keeping the candies from sticking together, retaining them while they're drying and chilling, and absorbing moisture to produce a desired texture. In order to initiate the process of starch molding, it's initially placed into empty trays, which results in the surface being leveled. After that, the trays are transferred to a printing table where a board that has molds engraved on it pushes the starch, producing indents that correspond to the candy forms that are wanted. The base of the gummy candy that was made during the process of compounding is then introduced into the depositors that are contained within the mogul machine. The filling nozzles that make up the depositors are responsible for delivering the candy base in the exact quantities that are required into the trays that are loaded with starch molds as they move under them. The depositors are able to accommodate many colors and flavors at the same time, which helps to streamline the production process. After being carried to a stacking machine, filled trays are then taken into a cooling chamber that's specifically designated for that purpose. The candy is allowed to remain in the cooling chamber for more than 24 hours, which gives them the opportunity to fully cool and produce the texture and shape that they wish. Following this, the mogul machine is used to invert trays of gummy candy that have been allowed to cool. This causes the candies to fall into a vibrating sieve. An excessive amount of starch is removed from the sweets by using this sieve in conjunction with oscillating brushes. After being cleaned, the candies are sent to other machines so that they can undergo additional decoration and packing. When the gummy candies are manufactured for commercial purposes, many additional processes may be conducted in order to improve both their appearance and their flavor. For the purpose of imparting a glossy appearance to the candies, this may involve the application of a thin layer of wax or polishing agents. Following the completion of the gummy candies, they are automatically sorted, subjected to quality control inspections, and then packaged into a variety of different types of packaging, including jars, boxes, and bags. Automated machinery handles the packaging process to make sure that it's effective and consistent. The evaluation of incoming raw materials is the first step in quality control, which takes place before the materials are used. In the quality control lab, these components are examined to guarantee that they meet the stipulated requirements. Several sensory aspects, including appearance, color, odor, and flavor, are considered during the evaluation process. There are a great number of other parameters that are investigated as well, including the particle size of the solids, the viscosity of oils, and the pH of liquids. These procedures are essential for every manufacturer to follow in order to ensure that the components will result in a batch of gummy candy that is of consistent quality. Additionally, the qualities of each batch of the finished product are closely evaluated during the process. Quality control chemists and technicians examine the candy in terms of its look, flavor, texture, and odor, among other aspects of its physical characteristics. One of the most common approaches to testing is to evaluate it in relation to a predetermined benchmark. An example of this would be the comparison of the color of a random sample to a standard set throughout the process of product development. Sensory panels are made up of people who have received specialized training to recognize minute differences and assess other factors like taste, texture, and odor. And here's a jaw-dropping fact. Globally, factory floors are responsible for the production of approximately 160 million gummy sweets every single day, according to estimates. In spite of the length of the process, the payoff is well worth the effort. Thanks for joining Quantum, How Everything is Made. If you enjoyed this journey into the making of gummy candy, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Stay curious, stay amazed. Until next time, happy exploring!